Hi, I'm Manny, and we're here with.
I'm Paul Chan.
And how long have you been shopping with Sheffield Liquidation?
For about 2 years since I moved to Houston,
Yeah? And where'd you move from?
New York City.
New York City? And what brought you to Houston?
Just the environment. It's a lot better out here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And when you moved to Houston, how did you learn about Sheffield Liquidation?
I was actually online looking for liquidation stores and wholesalers. I've been doing it since I was living in New York, and I actually met David at your Pasadena location
Yeah.
a while back, and then he was like, "Yeah, we have more stores," and then I met up with Levi, and that's how I met the whole Sheffield family.
That's incredible. And what drew you to the reselling industry?
So, I used to work in the tech sector, and it took up a lot of my time traveling and missing events with the kids and the family.
Yeah.
So, there had to be something out there that was making comparable compensation and letting me work on my own schedule. So I went on, quick story, I went on YouTube, took a look to see what hustles there were that didn't require like a true 9 to 5, I guess, where I can make my own schedule. And I experimented with reselling and did that part-time until it took off and became my full-time job. Yeah, so I'm usually, so previously I was here like Wednesdays and Thursdays. And so since my personal schedule changed, and my son has practice on Wednesdays and Mondays, I don't want to be rushing home. So that's also one of the beauty of being an entrepreneur or your own boss or whatnot. You get to control your schedule.
Absolutely. And when we were communicating before, you mentioned you were in the corporate world for a while?
Yeah, so I worked in the tech sector in marketing for a long time. So I love the job, but there was a lot of traveling involved. So sometimes it gets conflict of schedule, you end up missing baseball games, you end up missing birthday parties and stuff like that. I mean, the great thing about traveling is I lived in New York, so if it snowed and we were able to travel down south, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is a grind though. I mean, you put in more hours than you would working a regular job, but you're in control of your schedule. So I'll give you an example. Since so people go, "Hey, you start your day at 10." I'm like, "Yeah, I get to miss traffic. Especially in New York, traffic is really bad in the morning."
I'm familiar, yeah.
Yeah, so, but Houston, we have our own traffic trying to get into the city. I'm on the west side of town, and a lot of Sheffield stores on the east side of town, so it can take me anywhere from half an hour to an hour depending on location. So I start my day at 10, so then I go to the Sheffield locations on a particular day, and I can be here until they close at 6 o'clock. But it's my own schedule. I'm home, spend some time with the kids, I get dinner, and then I start processing. And so it is, but I enjoy it. So it doesn't feel like it's work, but it's longer hours. But you get to do what you want to do. So I can get errands run during the day. I don't have to. So when I was working a corporate job, even in the office, we would be there till 5. I'm rushing home. I still have to get errands done, chores done.
Yeah, so you get a lot more flexibility with it.
Yeah, you just control your time, but it's a grind though. Don't lie.
So you've sold in these several cities. Have you seen any added benefits to moving out to Houston? Since
Yeah.
moving out to Houston?
Yeah, so there are added benefits being in the middle of the country. Your shipping's cheaper, obviously. So we also, besides shopping at Sheffield, there's a couple other local liquidators and wholesalers I do purchase from. Other than that, the other part of our inventory, I wouldn't say a lot, the other part of inventory comes through online purchases, just like you would buying something online. And being in New York, it's a little bit more difficult when you're in a city like that because space is scarce. So you get a lot less wholesalers, a lot less liquidators. So everything is shipped to you, and you end up picking up the tab for shipping, which lowers your margins.
What advice would you offer to anybody looking to become a reseller?
So I'll give you my experience on how I started. I actually started at garage sales. I was watching some of the guys on YouTube. They were flipping stuff. So I did a little bit of that, and then watching a lot more YouTube videos. You started making phone calls to liquidators just like Sheffield and Sheffield. You go online and then you do your research for your wholesalers and liquidators. My advice is, it might not be for everyone because I've seen people come and go. It's just like anything else. So like I'm in it for the long haul. So you just have to make sure that this is the right industry for you.
Absolutely. And how did you decide this was going to be the industry for you?
It started to become very simple to work with companies, especially Sheffield and Sheffield. Levi, hopefully I don't miss anyone. We got Levi, Mr. Ken, Miss Wendy, Miss Brenda, Harrison, Chris, Myra, Jesse. Everyone here has been great. So it makes it easier when you have a company that when you walk in, they treat you like family.
Absolutely. Oh, you know most of the team here. That's awesome.
Oh wait, I think I forgot someone. Juan, especially in Pasadena.
Out of Pasadena, yeah.
Did I mention EJ over in East Houston? JB over in Spring, Travis over in Crosby. And I apologize when I miss it. Yeah, we can start over.
Yeah. So you frequent Sheffield Liquidation quite a bit then, huh?
Anyone.
I think you got most of our store managers, dude. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them. What would you say the team or other people just looking to shop here at Sheffield Liquidation?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a customer, and I would suggest coming here first for anything. Like right now, we're in the refrigerator section. They have washers and dryers on the other side. General merchandise over there. So you also have some signs. You know, go Texans. Yeah, bedding on the other side. Yeah, heated blankets and so forth. So there's something for everyone. I mean, my personal thing is, come here first before you go to the big box retailers. You're gonna save yourself a lot of money. Even when so today they're having a special, but even during regular days they're 40% off retail.
Well said. Thank you. All right. And any other advice for people looking to get into the reselling industry?
Yeah. So make sure you do your research. Make sure you do your research, join book pages. I mean, there's no forums anymore, so you join the Facebook pages, use YouTube. They're a great resource. So the reason why you would want to join the Facebook pages regarding reselling is because there's a lot of vital information that people just share on there freely, right? So it doesn't cost you anything. So I'll give you a perfect example. Someone posted that they were selling a particular item, and all of a sudden, one of the e-commerce platforms said, "Hey, you guys can't sell that anymore." But I was selling the exact same item, and 2 days later, I got the same email from the e-commerce platform saying, "Hey, you're not allowed to sell anymore." So stuff comes back to you. You just have to figure out how to move that merchandise through different means.
Absolutely, navigating the system.
It's a grind, though. Don't let anyone tell you that entrepreneurship, just because you're the CEO of the company, you don't have to work.
Absolutely. And you actually have a collection that you'll be checking out today, right, Paul?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you want to go show us that?
Check it out, yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm Manny, and we're here with
Paul.
And what do we have here today, Paul?
So today a couple of items for resale. We have some window art. These are great. So I actually use software that tells me whether I'm making a profit and how quick they're going to sell for us, because churning inventory is very important to what I do. But I might keep one for my daughter because she likes she likes doing artwork on the window. We also have 2 whiteboards here, and this is also for resale, but these are always great for the regular consumers here because they're inexpensive. Even at what's the retail one? Even at $5.39, these are great. I believe you use these to stick on the back, and I think this is magnetic. Yep.
Awesome whiteboard.
Yeah, well, whiteboard.
So what's this, Paul?
So we found a gem tape. This is the holiday bundle for Star Wars, and I believe this is. When I was looking at it, there's figurines inside. Yep, there are. So 12 days of Star Wars Christmas, and every so often you'll come in here and you'll find very good gems that they're selling in bulk. And one of these. we have the Mickey Doorables, and I think one of them here is a little bit open. And these we're actually doing for resale as well. So there's mini figures in here, and in the back. And these toys and stuff usually sell pretty well for me. We have some PS4 and PS5 games, and these sell well. These sell good as well, as long as you're approved to sell them on the e-commerce platforms.
Awesome. Would you want to walk us through an example of one of these and how you decide which ones you're going to sell and how much you're going to sell them for?
So,
Thank you, sir.
so let's grab this for example. So let's say I walk in and it's price on here is $7.99. So I actually subscribe to software which we use. So I'll scan it. So for most programs out there, you basically scan the barcode. It tells you what the retail pricing is, and then what the e-commerce platforms are selling it for. I scan it. I see what the cost I'm going to pay for it is. So it's the cost plus your fees will give you your profit.
And how much is Sheffield selling this video game for?
It's $7.99.
And then how much are you going to be able to sell it for?
It's retailing right now for about $18, so we'll make a couple of dollars on it.
Excellent, almost more than double.
Yeah, but then there's fees involved.
Oh, true, yeah.